All right, so the first 3 races this afternoon, all have been won by tote favourites. And tell you what, if you're back to hear the trumpets, you've got one man to thank, and that's Gavin Larena. Tremendous ride. Well done to, of course, the entire Deva Chanda family. Well done to David Neverhazen. And to the man on my left, your right, Gavin Larena, I must say. Tremendous ride, sir. I know that Smunga ranged up, and he can be quite strong in the finish, but you pulled out all the stops, and I must say that was out the top draw.
Thanks very much, Brent. It's great to win those, but it's always a huge help when a little filly with such a big heart gives you everything that she's got, and that's what helps at the end of the day.
And obviously last time on the inside track, she was there for nothing, or rather it was a stand-side track, I remember that, so you beat UFO. But got there today, sat 1 or 2 lengths off them, but good to see that she can pick it up as well.
Yeah, I think she's pretty versatile. Obviously, I think probably her best distance is 1,012 around the turn. But this is a very fast 1,000, and she did well to win today.
And David Neverhazen, well, not much more can be said about him. I think he's very underrated as a trainer, and you guys have had a lot of success in the past.
Yeah, we've had a lot of winners together. Big thank you to Dave. I really appreciate his support and leaving the riding to me. He trains the horses, and I'll ride them for him. And it's great to get another win for him. We've had a nice couple of wins in the last couple of weeks, and let's just hope we can keep going.
Now, Gavin, I need to ask you about the rest of your rides. A horse like Rock of Africa, I know that Mr. Verdenese has always been a big supporter of yours as well. Lovely to see that you're getting a chance from him.
Yeah, first time I'm sitting on him. I think he's drawn fairly nicely. Obviously, I think I've got to switch him off, and he'll be running on strongly.
Boxcar, temperamental sort. He needs things to go his way, and he doesn't really find himself in an ideal position in races.
Yeah, he's not really temperamental. He's just got no gate speed, and he falls out of the race, and you almost got to ride him for the whole race, and he'll be lugging at the back of the field. But when he puts his mind on the job, he finds a finish, and he runs on strongly. And
good to see that you're riding a horse called Piccadilly Square. I know that she can also travel sweetly in her races. Chance ride for Brett Webber.
Yeah, first time I'm riding this filly. Hoping for the best. She's drawn halfway. Just try to get into a good rhythm, and it's not the strongest of races, but it's quite a competitive race.
And then probably your next best would be Ideal Wolf at the back, top run behind 2 nice horses.
Yeah, I actually won that race, and my horse gave me a nice feel. Very lucky to get the ride on the horse. He's nicely drawn. He did hang in quite badly first time out, but hopefully that was through greenness. I think he's a big runner. Now
we're obviously building up a bit of a hype going into the Sun Met. Things are going nicely with the horses that you're riding. I know that Celtic Sea over a mile, certainly a filly that's close to your heart.
Yeah, she's a wonderful filly. She's doing well at home, and very excited for Saturday.
And you're not concerned about the mile, are you? I know that many guys are concerned, thinking that she'd probably be a better sprinter. But I think some people forget that she beat the likes of O Susanna down in Durban over that sort of a trip.
Yeah, look, that is at Greyville. Obviously, we've got to be more conservative, but I think she'll get the trip.
And Chimmy?
Chimmy's doing well. Looking forward to that race, a nice speedster race, and can just find a good rhythm with him, he'll finish strongly.
Gavin, as always, absolute gentleman. Great to be talking to you once again. If we don't talk to you throughout the afternoon, all the best for Saturday. Go and show them how it's done.
Thank you very much, Brian, and big thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Deva Chanda. Great to ride them another winner.
Well done. Well done to Gavin Larena. He's top class. Certainly out of the top draw, absolute gentleman. Well done, Mr. Neverhazen. I know that we sing your praises a lot of times. You deserve more horses. You've really brought this one along the right way. She lost her way a little bit early in her career, but things seem to be coming nicely now. I mean, her last few runs have been really good.
Yeah, look, if you've got a professional like Gavin, he understands the horse, he looks at the form, he knows what to do it, he warms up. She shouldn't have won yet today, going over 1,000, because she hasn't. And yet she came back and won, I think, based on jockeymanship. I have to put all the credit down to Gavin. Back-to-back 68 merit-rated fillies and mares, difficult. If it was inside track at Turffontein, that's where she should be racing. She does so much better there. The fractions are a bit slower. As Gavin said, this was a tough task, but all the credit goes to Gavin. Thanks to Ashni, Dev Chanda, Sunil. It's great. This little filly, she went wrong at one time, but I think it all comes down to programming. If we could always write the program, it'll be easy. to always be racing on the inside track for her, but it doesn't work out that way. And we have to come to the VAAL. I thought Byron's horse was the right, the horse to beat in the race, and so it turns out that way. Yeah, and that's all I can really say.
Well, I hope you got the exactors. I know that it's easy to talk after races, but I know you genuinely did think that Wings of Honor was the horse to beat. I've got one question to ask you. I'm very intrigued to know. Plumfield, I made that a massive runner today. First time she cracks a draw.
Yeah, she cracks a draw this time. Last time she had a bad draw, and she was bowled over at, I think, about 400 from the gates. Everything went wrong. Samanga made up, I think it was 11.5 lengths, just couldn't find that Moroccan flame. I think the form lines will probably stand up quite well there. She's a big runner as long as she gets involved in the race early on, which I think with a draw for sure, bit shorter, 16, but she should be right there. I give her a big chance. Then again, coming back to, the credit must go to Gavin. And, the trainers need horses. You can't really win races without the horses. So, thanks for him staying with the filly, and that's really much appreciated. And it pays off, and it can turn a horse's whole career around. She was nearly, possibly going to get retired or going down to Durban to race. He's obviously given her a lifeline. Thanks, Gavin.
Mr. Nevezen, your sidekick, can I get a word from him? Come in, sir. I'll tell you what, Alson's in big trouble from the De Kock team because I made him one of the best dressed gentlemen that come to the races. But every time I see you, you look an absolute picture. Well done. I know that you were on Sports Live show. You gave us the confidence. So thank you for the transparency.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Lovely. Good to have you in town. Keep up doing the good work that you're doing. Like I say, of course, David Nevezen, very underrated trainer, but you guys are doing sterling work behind the scenes. Good job.
Yes, I'm very thankful to Gavin because he wrote this really very well there.
Lovely stuff.
So I'd like to say thank you very much to Gavin and well done to my boss. He's the man always. He likes to make sure if the horse must be 100% fit before he brings the horse to racing. And that's why we're doing the good job together.
Lovely stuff. Thank you for your transparency on Sports Live show. And like I keep saying, you guys are doing phenomenal work. Keep going, and hopefully those winners keep rolling.
Thank you very much, sir.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Well done. Good to have the guys in the winners' enclosure. Certainly one of the best dressed gentlemen on the race course, and it's good to have him in the winners' box this afternoon. Well done to David. Well done to Gavin Larina. If you're back to hear the trumpet, you've got one man to thank, and that is Gavin, the man, the pilot on top that certainly rode his heart out.